Gavin Turley is Mitch Canham clone. He is exactly the same dude, the same just patience, same calmness, no moments too big. He understands his talents, his abilities. He's well spoken. They even look the same. They nearly look identical.
They do.
Gavin Turley has been reproduced in a lab and has come back with a little more pop than his donor DNA had. And that is why we have Gavin Turley, and that is why he is so reminiscent of Mitchell Canham. But I would say these are my reasons why I think that it's gonna be settled in 2. Why I think Oregon State will win the Super Regionals no matter what. And of course, it starts with the starting pitching. And I think that May would love to have his outing back and do it again from regionals.
Yes.
I would say that's baseball, which is such a dumb saying, but it answers so many concerns about a player's individual and specific performance in a game. That's baseball. And he had a game that was just baseball. And I don't anticipate him having a back-to-back performance in that same manner. If anything, I think that most players bounce back to their means pretty quickly in college baseball. So I think that May will have a great start. I think Komatz has found another groove, and that will be huge. I think the bullpen has settled down a lot. I think that Holmes has really embraced that closer role lately, and not just really embraced it as a role and what he's tasked with, but with the mental fortitude required to be out there in those moments. I think that he is it has overtaken his persona and his identity. And that's what leads major league closer roles is you're just different and you can just do it. And that's what I think Holmes has been demonstrating over the last couple of games when he's been out there to close it out and just shake off anything and go after the next batter. But the other parts are the offense is clicking. And I'm not going to just only talk about this on the side of why Oregon State can do it, but there's proof of why I think that we can do it against Kentucky and why we can do it on the road. We talked about it last week. Kentucky, of all like the top 8 or 10 seeded teams, had the worst win percentage at home of all the teams. Had a worse win percentage than Oregon State at home. And obviously that's pretty easy to do given how well we play at Goss.
Right.
But they're clearly not driven by this home environment. They're just, it's just not. And then maybe there's just some games that got away from them or that they could have had, they had in their grasp, whatever. On paper, they didn't have it at home. And I don't anticipate them having that big of an advantage at home.